No, seriously, I think just as another side. Listen, we out here, ladies. We out here. We out here. Heero, he's single and ready to mingle.
You already did this on the podcast. I'm not gonna let you slow.
I know. I did. I put his whole credentials. Listen, I'm gonna have to start. This is the public service announcement for Heero Ibrahim Heero Abdullahi. He is 6'5", 300 pounds, Super Bowl winner, master degree holder.
Look.
Job
The podcast
haver,
is coming out in the
car
beginning of the year. You guys can
owner,
hear all this
house
nonsense.
owner.
But
what's up?
This is actually us. We need to take time to say, ladies, have you been on any dating apps lately? You want to talk about your experience? We welcome you.
Yes,
Please
we
come
want to
join us
hear.
in the booth. You can be our third and fourth box over here on the left side of this screen. And we can talk about it. Or we can even go double screen because we don't need to look at this mongrel anymore.
Nah.
But basically, to put a cap on this story, please, guys, if you're not going to take the you can't have both. This is what I'm going to say. You can't have both. If you're not going to put on the mask and social distance, then you can't be out here on these streets. If you're going to take the vaccine, you can't be out here telling people not what to do. You feel me? So you gotta pick a side, but you can't have the best of both worlds.
Yep. Pick a side.
Pick a side, please. I'm trying to put
it. He said, I be trying to put Heero out there, but he's a butthead. LOL.
Keisha already knows that I'm coming to Dallas to marry her, but she don't you know what it is? She don't like talking about how her ambition and her excitement to be all super achieved and doctor this and doctor that, but they get in the way because if I came down there, it ain't no I gotta go be this, I gotta be that. I'm trying to have the 3 kids tomorrow. I'm trying to get the house Tuesday, and then I'm trying to be on vacation by Friday. But if I showed up
and amen, bro, you preaching good. And Heero, let them know men don't care about women's ambitions.
You can be whatever you want to be, but when I get there, you gotta be ready. So I want to make sure everybody's ready. And I said this, and I actually said this. I told this to her. I had a girl tell me this. She said she's like, I felt it to be strange that like when I told her, I tell a girl like, oh, hey, I'm interested in getting to know you better. And their reply to me is, I would much rather help you find the queen you deserve. There is this.
What is that?
Bro, there is this. I think dating online has become, and that's why, like, after we did that podcast, a lot of new shit became really apparent to me. You really have to have a certain swag about yourself to date online. When we talked about a piece of there where we're like, there's a group of people there who don't need to be on there, who have this bold, who are lacking confidence or are going through traumatic times in their life, who don't need to be on there. These people have definitely taken over. So like I would talk to you off airline with that, but when I heard that response, it was really jarring to me to hear someone who I thought was pretty accomplished say to me that I need to go out there and apparently I gotta go get Keisha apparently. So that's what I'm gonna go.
Hey, that's what she said. She said, "Come get me. I have your babies." Listen,
Keisha talking that good.
But she is talking good. But see what a lot of these people don't know is there's an interview process prior to a serious commitment with Heero.
I feel
me
like
and my wife. Hey, you can ask my big brother. He just went through this with me.
Keisha,
and he
come eat sushi with us.
My own brother was nervous to bring his woman around me.
You'll come eat sushi with us. Blue sushi.
Blue sushi. Whoop whoop.
Free plug, and all that. But I just want people to be in healthy relationships, man. There's too many people in relationships. Like you are experiencing on your side, I'm experiencing on my side. But like online dating has exacerbated this whole situation we're in right now. But man, don't get online if you're not ready to be in love or if you're not ready to be in a relationship, because you're not going to meet. It's a minefield, man. It's a minefield. And like, I find myself like getting on there just to say I had a conversation with somebody. But I think like more than ever, I'm going to be focusing in on my relationships with the people I already have and know. Mm-hmm. I've been texting Keisha a lot more lately, and it's because like she's here on the channel with us. I don't. Should I do this? Should I do this to? No, I'm not gonna do that.
No. You talk how you want to
No,
talk.
no, no.
Just choose
Because
your words very carefully.
okay, a friend of a common associate of ours, who's dedicated to us, and we greatly appreciate them. And I told you they had to take a step back from us because they were getting into a relationship where me and you both being on the screen of their phone seemed weird to that person. And I took this in. And now, Eric, you know me, the person I am. When I was told that, I was like, yeah, don't fuck this up for yourself.
Don't be gassing up situations anyway.
Don't fuck this up for yourself. Real talk. You feel me?
Yeah.
Go be happy. Because we're just the fucking two guys on the YouTube channel. We're going to make an episode whether you're here or not. Me and Eric have been making episodes where no one was watching.
Yes, for a long time.
And we'll do it again.
We will. We do this for our own amusement.
Do it again.
And to just chat with y'all.
Yeah. So, like, for me, I'm never going to try. I don't want to come between nobody and their love life.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not about to sit here and let you just wander off the deep end. Not in front of me.
Yeah.
You got to do that on your own time. But like, I think the reason why people do that is same reason why a lot of the communication we've been having, like 20 friends for 20 years. Eric, I met you back in 2016.
Yep.
2020 is 4 years, bro. That's college. So officially that's a 4 year.
Man, your mom officially made me family. Like it's a done deal. She gave me the traditional getup, and you just don't go handing those garments out to any local joker off the street. I don't care if a joker made the pattern that your mama gave me was very specific, and I got to keep the hat. The hat means something.
The hat is the most powerful part.
If Mama Abdullah, bless your boy with that, she just automatically got another son. When she seen me, listen, she didn't embrace some of them women at that party that were there holding her dress like she embraced me and my wife. She knew who I was. She walked up to me first at the table. Yo, some little scallywag was sitting at the table, swooning over my G, and you can ask her. Well, she's not even around anymore because I was like, nah. Yeah, shout out. Yeah, it was wonderful. Mama Abdullah, man, shows so much love to you. But if Mama Abdullah, if you watch this, just know you have another son, and I love you. But absolutely, like they don't. Anyway, go ahead, bro.
You have to fit in where you get in.
Yep.
I have, from my career to my college to my background, even the one if you looked at my YouTube page or my Facebook page or Instagram, you would think anything I posted would be getting love and support, but it doesn't. And that's because, to be honest, I make this for a niche group of people. I make this for people who I know are going to watch this and tell me if they like it. Like Eric, the fact that we're even doing this right now is further proof of our growth, because Lord knows that hot box in Dallas was no joke.
We was on the struggle bus for a minute.
Like, how can I sit here and call like people my associates, people my friends, and this is not me being spiteful. I don't expect the people who are following me to actually be supporting me.
I don't either.
But the part that I won't tolerate is someone speaking on my behalf that don't know the struggle. You don't get that much respect from me if you don't know the struggle.
That's 100% the truth, bro.
And the relationships that you make over struggle make you guys stronger.
Yeah. The thing is though that it's something that shout out to Keisha. She said that most Americans are individualistic, and unfortunately, what you have seen on the dating apps is why. It's really just it's just really a result of that issue. And unfortunately, again, it goes back to the example I did earlier. When they're on a dating app, they're doing this. So they're on their profile, it's on their page, and you're connecting with them. You see, it's weird. You're now connected to this person, is what they how they frame it. You made a match with this person. It's always about you. You matched. You connected. People don't understand how subconscious that is. Like it's everything that you're doing on this app is about you. So when you're there, it's not about the benefit of the other person. It's not a is it really about building a genuine connection with the person? Finding out if you guys share likes and wants and needs and hopes and dreams. It's about what can I get from you? Can I get time? Can I get attention? Can I get positive or negative energy? Can I get an argument? Can I get sex? Can I get resources, like financial resources from you? Everybody's on there for a different reason, and you never actually know what their true intent and motive is.
A lot of people find it strange. Go ahead.
I say I was the last thing, the thing I was gonna finish that thought was, unfortunately, it's very difficult to be able to determine what a person actually wants on an app. It's easier to read their body language when you see them face to face. You see them animated in movie. You can get a better gauge. On an app, people can just type. They have minutes and hours to think about what they want to say, and can trick you into thinking they are something that they're not. And unfortunately, a lot of these people, and Heero, correct me if I'm wrong, you've reached out to a lot of people that you've matched with to like either FaceTime, video chat, talk on the phone, and they're just like terrified. Hard no.
Terrified. That's a deal breaker right there for me. Like, there's only so many text messages I'm going to go back and forth with you, because the FaceTime has become something more now. I think this pandemic would be a lot worse if FaceTime didn't exist. If we still had Nokias, shit would be deadly right now.
I'll still be talking.
I now take text messages as afterthoughts. If you need my attention right away, you got to call me. And if you want to have leisure time with me, you got to FaceTime me.
Yeah.
Because I value, like, just seeing someone's forehead wrinkle up when they're confused is new. It's so new. It shouldn't be that way, but it's how it has to be. But you can tell that there are people who use their dating profile to cower, to hide in the masses, because when the truth is, when it's time to come out and actually present yourself, you don't conform. It's not even that you don't conform. You just don't feel natural in your own skin. You're not relaxed. You're not normal. And when I see people fiddling with their, like, the fiddling of the hair could also mean like you're attracted to them.
That's an indicator of interest more often than not.
But when it's coming, but you know, I come with the questions. My questions are always too deep layer. Like, I don't ask questions just to get to know you. I ask questions to know where you're going.
But no, your questions are intentional. And it's like when I tell people when they meet me, if I ask you a question, it's loaded 9 times out of 10. If I'm genuinely seeking to understand, I will preface my line of questioning with, hey, man, I don't know. I'm really asking you because I need your help in understanding. And then I ask my questions. If I already know the answers, I'm asking you 10, 15 loaded questions because I've already pretty much figured you out 9 times out of 10. I've been wrong very rarely. It's been rare that I've been wrong, but I've been wrong. But all jokes aside, I know that's the same thing that, like, how I know the way your brain works. I know that you have a series of questions that you're asking to uncover a certain thing, to find out a character trait or find out a mindset or something like that. When you're
one of the traits that one of the immediate traits is I refuse to be on punishment for any of your exes or daddy issues. You like so many people talk about come be my peace. Why don't you come peaceful already? Like, what's all, why help me heal? Why can't you get better and then come find me? Like, I'm a doctor in real life, not in my dating life. So I'm always constantly pushing back on that lifestyle. Knowing where your damage is coming from and how to cope with it, and more importantly, not pressing, because you're not about to punish me for a mistake that someone else you allowed to happen to you. That's not, because one, I'm not guilty of anything, and two, why haven't you resolved that yet? And I'm okay with talking to someone that has some unresolved issues, but you have to be aware of them. I know I have unresolved issues that I target in on. So before I even get into a relationship, the person I'm talking to already knows, hey, these are going to be struggle points for you and me.
Mm.
But hey,
I think after seeing some of these comments here, I think we need to just have Keisha on the podcast to talk about
I've
her
been
dating
said that.
habit.
I've been said that.
Yeah, because I think to this
Keisha, you want to
segment,
Keisha? Okay, Keisha. Now you have to find
what?
one more person to talk, preferably a married person, so they can talk about their relationship. So now we have.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask. So she put some comments here. Let me read them. She says the one I want. Uh, um, I tell someone I have a graduate degree, and you would have thought I said I crease some air forces. It baffles them, so the insecurities come out. And like Heero said, I'm going for my doctorate because I'm trying to change the world, baby. Get on board or get out of the way. See, here's the thing about men, though. The way a man measures a woman is not how uh, Keisha's describing how she's measuring men.
Mm.
So, men are basic. Men are basic. Let's just be real. Or how do you look? Am I sexually attracted to you? Can I stand to be in a room with you for 5 minutes and not be annoyed? Okay. The major box is checked. Men, I don't know who the world has shifted. Men have not shifted the way that they view women, the way that they process. Men have just learned how to tiptoe around
Women
touchy
have changed
subjects.
far greater than men have in the
They
future.
have. Okay, perfect example. 1950s. The average height of a man was 5'9", 165 pounds. The average height for a woman was 5'2", um, and 30 pounds. Today, the average height of a man is 5'10", 168 pounds. The average height of a woman has not changed, but the weight has gone up 50 pounds. Okay, here's another stat. Men are graduating at half the clip from college and university that women are. No one will dispute that. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's a good thing. But men have not changed how they measure women. What do men want? See, it's funny. Again, that's why I didn't want to get into it, but now I have to. A woman should never judge a man the way men judge each other. See, me and Heero are friends because me and Heero think very similarly. We're moving in a similar direction. We want to see the same things in our community, in our government, in our careers. We're on par with each other. At one point, Heero's made more money than me. I've made more money than him. We kind of balance out. But that's how men put themselves together. This is how men group themselves together. When women start saying, man, especially in a world where men are getting half the degrees women are getting, expecting a man to have a graduate degree shrinks your pool. Women control sex. Men control marriage. If you're not going to ask a man to marry you and support him financially, then you don't get to set the rules. It sucks, but it's the way it is. This is the only thing that men have control of when it comes to male-female relationships. Nowadays, for fear of getting also mead, time is over for you, or I'm gonna call 911 and use the A word, or the domestic V word. Dudes are dang near paralyzed from fear of getting accused. You don't even need proof, you just need an accusation. So this is the last bastion of freedom for men, deciding who they're going to get married to. And men have never ever measured a woman on her accomplishments. Today, men get measured on what they accomplish. Heero could never go to the woman that he wants and say that I just have a high school diploma. I flip burgers at Mickey D's, but I need a baddie. It's not gonna happen. Hero's gotta flash his accomplishments. That's why Heero has a master's degree. That's why Heero, and he never leads with it. And people can say whatever they want about my guy, but Heero never leads with his Super Bowl ring. I'll say it. I can say it. I'm his brother. I can brag on him. He will never ever lead with that. He probably is not happy that I'm saying it because somebody that's going to watch it and think differently of him or give him the respect they should have given him for an accomplishment that he made that he never talks about. I'll say it though. That's my job. My job is to brag on my brother. And damn it, I'm going to brag on my brother. But these are his accomplishments and he has to have them, and because these are boxes that women are going to check. These are the ways that women measure him if he is a provider, protector person. But men have always valued the way a woman looks, the way she behaves, the way she represents him. And women aren't focused on that anymore. And then they wonder why they're unsuccessful in their relationships. I'm going to strike a bunch of nerves and I don't care. This is the truth. If you want a man to spend 3 months' salary on a ring, go out in public to a $500 meal with you, drop down to one knee, open a box, and ask you the question you've been waiting 20 plus years to hear, then dang it, you need to get back in your box. I don't care what you've accomplished. It's irrelevant to me. Because if I'm going to put babies in you, you ain't working anyway. So I got to be able to do enough and make enough to support you and these babies anyway. So how are you cooperating with the we plan? Because where we plan to go is where I've already determined I'm going. Am I right or wrong, bro?
Yeah, I'll push back on the fact that the we has now changed. Because women have progressed and gotten better so much quicker, especially black women, it makes it easier on black men to actually give something in this lifestyle. I am never going to complain about having an educated woman in my corner, because she'll never complain about having me in her corner. It goes without saying that no woman, the chances of a woman getting to be with me increases with her accomplishments. So in Eric, and I think this goes to each person. Eric is someone that doesn't look at women from their accomplishments. I am someone that does look at women from their accomplishment, because I need that sense of security, and sense that if shit gets real on any level, you have someone that can back me up.
Hold on, let me challenge you on this
point.
No,
hold on. And the reason why I'm okay with that, and even take it a step further and encourage it. I encourage, if say for example, Keisha is a doctor. When she becomes a doctor, she has officially trumped me in achievements from an educational standpoint. But you know how grateful. You know how grateful I'm gonna be to. You know how grateful I'm gonna be to walking up in a place like a social setting, and the guy's like, yeah, hey, who you there? I'm like, oh yeah, my name's Heero. He's like, oh okay, oh you're Keisha's husband. I'm like, oh yeah. I get to fuck a doctor. It's amazing. I want to be a trophy. I get to do. It's an experience that I don't get off. I'd love to
be a trophy. I'd love to be a trophy. You know how much pressure they would take off of me?
Yeah. So, and that is why
all I gotta do is go to the gym, lift weights, and keep my head shaved.
I just want to be loved
and drop off meat. That's it.
So for me, man, I enjoy that.
Dream job.
But like, I also take full acknowledgement, because I know my mom didn't have to work if she didn't want to, and she did it with my dad doing the 2 jobs, and now she has 5 kids that literally can give her anything. But I also want to be able to give that to my wife. The luxury of it. So I'm okay with this evolving version of the black woman, because if they're going to pick anybody, they're going to pick me. So I'm happy with it. But I definitely don't think, Eric, if you weren't married today, I think you getting married, unless Shawnee continued not to be married, Like I say this to you often. I don't think there's another woman in this world that you could have ever
No.
married other than
And
Shauna.
Shawnee would agree with you, and I would third that. I wouldn't. I'm not the guy who would get married. You know why? Because I have a certain age range at the where I'm at in my life. I'm 34. I'm a six-figure person. I'm about to get promoted again. I'm in school. I'm in the driver's seat of my life. I'm where the women I wanted 10 years ago laughed at me.
Mm.
I'm at the point in my life where they wanted me 10 years ago, not understanding that most 24-year-old men don't make six figures, aren't in a career that they know that they're going to stay in. Some 24-year-olds can finish school, but just probably a bachelor's, depending on if they graduated on time. They could have finished a master's at 24.
Yeah.
The few aggressive, ambitious ones
Yeah.
could have done it. But most men don't start hitting their stride till 35 years old. Heero, you haven't even hit your stride yet. You just getting your sea legs. I'm just getting my sea legs. We haven't even hit our stride yet. We got so many plans, so many goals. And I think there's a lot of guys out here that do. They just not gonna be able to do it on the scale that maybe a me and Heero, like me and Heero, can't do it on the scale of like Bezos or Jay-Z.
Yet.
Yet, see, and that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's why we brothers. Yeah,
The thing, I guess, like ultimately, when it comes straight down to it, you need a partner. You need a partner.
100%.
You need a partner who's going to fight with you, like you.
And that's what I seem to think the issue is, because finding that partner, and again, I'm telling some of my business, not stuff that I haven't told on the channel before. If you go watch the old videos, Keisha, you might be surprised. I don't know if you've seen the Valentine's Day episode from 2 years ago that me and Shawnee did with Heero. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I think you might be thoroughly entertained. You're either that or you might not like my wife. I don't know. But anyway,
and that's something I like. When people,
but I'm agreeing. But we
no,
agree on a partnership.
but the thing, yeah,
That's the hard thing. That's the hard
partnership.
thing to
You
find.
have to be in the same thing. Like so many people hit me up and be like, "Man, where is Eric? Get off talking like this about his wife or about his." I'm like, bro, that is their partnership. That is their solid foundation where nothing can come between it. I have literally,
And it's the funny thing is they're getting offended and they don't understand that she's
Yeah.
listening.
yeah,
I would never say so. If y'all think for 1 second
that
that I
Shawnee's-
could say something and she wouldn't walk in this door and air me out on a live, y'all are crazy. See, I think they must think I'm
Yeah.
married to some church mouse
Yeah.
that doesn't come out and say anything. Shawnee will come in here on the microphone, not giving two rips, that I'm on camera, and I'm here trying to scramble to turn my OBS
and
off
I'm over here
and
putting
mute
the
microphone.
shiny ticket off on the
Exactly.
list.
Not for 1 second would she let that ride. And she wouldn't care that she embarrassed me on live to like 10 people. She wouldn't care. If it was a million people on here, she wouldn't care because I got out of pocket. I'm gonna have to take that L. And me and her would have argued it out. Then we would have kissed and made up. And 30 minutes later, and then we would have been okay. But the thing about Shawnee, again, when you talk about when Shawnee met me, and this is what I'm saying, like Shawnee met me, I was 23, turning 24. And she was already in a relationship with a dude. The dude he had a really high up. He was in middle management at Verizon. He was like 26, 27 years old. So buddy had like 3, 4 years on me. He had done school, had his bachelor's, the whole thing, car, condo in DC. Like he was doing his thing. And then there's me. I'm in Bible college with her. I don't have anywhere to live. I make $200 a week. And I work 60, 70 hours a week. I'm outperforming my pay. Period. That's another story. Anyway, she breaks up with that dude, and I've been kind of watching Shawnee for months. And we finally end up becoming friends. Then we had a talk and decided to, we were gonna get to know each other. We went to a really really religious school, and we weren't allowed to date, so we just had to find pockets of time to talk in a group setting. So we find any excuse to get a group of people at Starbucks, the bowling alley, Chick-fil-A, Barnes and Nobles to talk. I ended up getting an internship. I moved to Virginia. She did her undergrad in Virginia. I was like, listen, if we're gonna get married, you're gonna have to move to Virginia. This is where I'm at. She was like, cool. She finishes her internship. 4 months later, she's I fly down there. I catch a ride to the church. I get her, pack her whole car. We drive up to Virginia. She lives there. 6 months after she moved there, I proposed to her. 6 months after that, we were married. We ran out of money. We slept in her car because I didn't have a car or a driver's license. We slept in her car in the in the, in a record blizzard in Virginia Beach, Virginia, in 2013, in December 2013. Oh no, I take that back. That was January 2014. We slept in our car in a blizzard. We ran out of money. She thugged it out with your boy for 2 days. And luckily, what happened was we didn't even have a place because I hadn't even started my job yet. I had got the job offer 2 days before we were supposed to say I do. I get there, boom, run out of money for my wedding. We were in an extended stay for like 2 months. I was saving on my paychecks to go get us a place. She slept in the car in a freaking blizzard. I didn't sleep. I put a blanket on her. She had on extra clothes. I literally started the car up, warmed it up, and when it got cold, I started the car back up so she could stay warm. I didn't even sleep. She dropped me off at work. She would come back. The extended stay was right next to YMCA where she had a membership, and she would go and shower at the YMCA. I would go to my freaking job and take a whole bath in the sink. How many women gonna do that? How many women out here with a freaking master's degree are going to do that? Because Shawnee did graduate school, and Shawnee got 2 degrees. I have an associate's degree in theology, and I'm back in school.
He's a college kid now.
Yeah, I'm saying, which we never thought we would hear that in 2 years.
I'm saying it. You see how excited I get? We're gonna be bachelor buddies.
Hey, listen, but that's what I mean. The amount. This is what a partnership.
This is the part that people don't understand. This is the part that people miss.
And this is the part that makes me the most excited about who I have as a partner. But the thing that I'm about to say makes me the most sad for women. My wife has told so many women, mainly black women, this story. You know, they say, "Oh, girl, he didn't have a car. He had no he had no job. He had no degree. And he was a carpet surfing." Listen, I wasn't even sleeping on people's couches. Hey, can I sleep on your floor? I was sleeping on somebody's floor when she first found me. Do you hear what I'm saying? Would you ever make that exception? No, you wouldn't. You know why? Because I've accomplished this, and I've accomplished this, and I've accomplished this. And men don't measure you based on your accomplishments. But because, ladies, you measure that way, I've done this, so he must have at least this or more, or he must have a trade where he makes this, that, or the third. It's different. It's completely different from what you see online.
And he's painting with a broad brush, but it's not clearly. It doesn't mean everybody. But I would definitely say if you have to explain misnomers, then you're missing the point. Above all else, like that's why I'm so adamant about finding someone. And that's why I think my projection of my mind has changed. That I no longer am confident in just finding someone who ticks 2 or 3 boxes. I went and said, let's find someone who gets all 10. Because if I am nobody prone to taking the tough route. I've done it a number of times to prove a point.
Yes.
And I'll do it again. I don't give a damn.
It's the hot box.
I have no problem. You know, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to get it done. And I don't need someone who's going to be necessarily, I would prefer someone who would say, I want you to do it, but let's do this easier. Let's do this without you putting yourself in harm's way. I think a great compliment to my bullheadedness is someone who has the same aggression about wanting something, but has two ways of getting it. You can skin the cat, sure, or you can just, get some catnip and get it locked up in the cage and do it a lot more peacefully. So I think like there's always a balance, but above all else, find you somebody who's going to be down for you. When it's all said and done,
that's the challenge. But Heero, now
when it's all said and done, the degrees, the cars, the job, the all of that nonsense is out the window when it's judgment day. Like when it's time to buck up. Some people gonna fold out here, and I find it to be like I said, I already met my wife. The fact that the dating apps for me have started to become trivial, like that I've deleted them now, and it's just like I'm just reconnecting with other people that I've already, because if I'm not going to swipe the whole entire world.
Yeah, you're not.
So and people say, well, isn't that settling? Shut the fuck up. Anyone who's made it this far in your life couldn't have been settled, because we already talked about how 20 friends can't be friends for 20 years. You got to hang on to those relationships. And if they're still in the forefront of your mind, they carry weight. And nobody should live in your mind for free, man. Nobody. They got to pay you some way, somehow.
They do. They should. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is what my brother said. You got to find somebody that fits you. Unfortunately, if you're on the app, not saying it can't happen on there, but the percentage of that being a reality for you is not very high. And just being perfectly honest, you know why? Because on the app, you can hide who you are. You can pretend to be somebody you're not. I got people dealing with that right now. Meeting people on some kind of app, social media, whatever you want to call it. I guess it's all social media in my perspective. And you meet them, and they're not what you cracked up, not what they're cracked up to be, because they hide who they are. See, Heero doesn't hide who he is, and unfortunately, I think that may be part of the issue for you on the social media app. You don't have anything. You don't have anything to hide. You are transparent and opaque.
Because I remember when I tried to be nice. Let me not put all this pressure on you. Let me not let all this ambition weigh down. And now you know what I say? When people say, "Wow, you're amazing. Why are you single?" And you know what my response is? Because my love is fucking heavy. And my love will break your table ass legs if you aren't ready.
And that's like, what you should say.
Yeah. And they'd be like, what do you mean by that? I'm just like saying, you're not ready. I'm a man of passion. Not only will I fuck you good, I'll educate you. And when I'm done educating you, I'll feed you. You don't have to worry about the lesser of your evils. Oh, you got a problem with this at work? Let's resolve that situation. I want to know in-depth details. What's Karen talking about at the fucking water fountain? Like, I'm invested in you. Oh, you don't have stock options? Let me teach you how to trade. Oh, if you don't want it, you want to live in Dallas your whole life, or you want to live somewhere your whole life? Cool. I don't have any gripe with that, but let's buy some property in that place so that we can be making money off of that place. Like, what's the next plan? Because I've already done all the bullshit. Like, I'll say this and I'll say it again. I've already slept with the supermodels. I've already had my threesomes. You're never, like, that is never going to, I figured out early that wasn't enough for me. So now I just have to be straight up. Like, look, it's not even about settling. I'm going to love you beyond what love means to me.
Men been settling for years.
I mean, but men can settle all they want, but the man's name isn't Heero. I'm gonna go get me my wife, and my wife is never gonna be a settle.
Hey, and I'm gonna say amen to that, because I mean, I definitely am blessed with the woman that I married. I ain't gonna lie, I'm 100%.
Yeah.
And again, you shouldn't settle. especially as a dude, because again, you're the one who has to buy the ring, drop down to one
if you
knee.
settle with a woman, that is further proof that you are not a man, because no man is going to let his wife not be the standard that she needs to be to marry him.
Again, hero, what you talking is straight facts, but unfortunately, nobody had. Listen,
My wife
I'm not.
doesn't get to be mediocre standing next to me.
No. One thing that I said, I said I can either look like a weak ass 10 or I can look like a strong 11 when we stand next to each other. I
My
said
wife
I don't
is
know
either,
which one of
yeah,
I don't know
my
which
wife
one of us
either
is
a
gonna
weak
be the
ass
Z.
10 or a strong ass 11. You
I
gotta be
mean, I don't know which one of us is gonna be the round one, but it sure as hell ain't gonna be me.
yeah,
So I'm not gonna be a freaking 0. So either you gonna be the one and I'm gonna be the one, and we just gonna be an 11, or we ain't gonna be nothing. Like
man.
just zero tolerance for
And
mediocrity. I got zero
you know what?
tolerance.
And I told somebody this the other day. Like, what is this? I don't know. Maybe this is me also too. Like, cause
Bro, I haven't had a Mountain Dew in forever.
Mountain Dew,
When have you seen me drink a Mountain Dew?
bro. When have I seen you put anything that toxic in your system? What are you doing?
Bro, I just, again, my wife went the golden chick. She asked me what I wanted. Bro, my food's sitting here. I haven't even touched it. I've been pouring this Mountain Dew in this glass, and I'm sitting here like,
I was thinking that was some like I was like, man, it's Friday. You ain't on call. You having a beverage, an adult beverage on call day?
nah, you see that
Okay.
golden chick. Yeah, and see, y'all know, if y'all watch, y'all know I don't really eat like this. But I was like, a Mountain Dew in a glass.
Well,
Ain't
shoot.
no
I
wrong
mean,
going.
you end this segment, and then if we just have after talk, then it's just after talk. But if you want to properly end it, and then we could just stay on, because
I mean,
we actually got like 7 people watching right now.
people liking what we talking about. We already wrapped the other part. We've been talking about relationships for like 30 minutes.
Oh, did we already wrap? Did we wrap the political one?
We been pivoted, bro. We been pivoted.
I don't recall us wrapping the pit.
We wrapped the first.
Yeah, you're right. There's no reason why we would have still been talking about.
We don't really need to. I don't think we needed to wrap that anyway. I think we kind of where we left it was fine, and I think we ended up pivoting completely. Keisha's still here rocking with us. She's like went from news to a therapy session. Love it.
Yeah, man, eat, man. I don't care. Shoot.
Yeah, I just as long as we good.
Yeah, the
we
official
keep
part is
on
over.
talking. Shawnee
But,
got friends out there anyway, so I ain't pressed to go out there.
Man, so I'm actually sitting here contemplating, like, okay,
He said, "Y'all done with politics. We want therapy."
man, that's literally how it goes for us, though. Like, because I've been doing that book club, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing that I'm like super thirsty to be part of that book club, because I didn't realize like how. Like, that's just the start of my week, man. It just gets me mentally prepared to deal with the bullshit. And we're supposed to be reading The Alchemist this week. I'm going to start. Huh?
The Alchemist? Oh, boy. I ain't read that in like 14 years.
Yeah, I'm going to download it tonight and start looking into it. Because I think book 2 is going to be Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And then book 4 is going to be Obama's book.
Which one? Audacity of Hope? Or the memoir?
The new one.
Well, 768 pages. I have fun with that.
Yeah, but I think like there's something me personally, as far as this book was concerned, I wasn't like jazzed about reading his book, but there are some excerpts from it where he talks about certain things that I just want to get I want to get a better understanding of who he thinks we should think he is. Because we dig into the politics, so we get to see his political decision making skills. So I want to see what he wants people to see him as.
A narcissist. It's pretty obvious.
Which book, Keisha, are you talking about? I'm assuming she's talking about the Obama book.
Probably.
But like the 2 books we've already read, the Spook That Sat by the Door, and
which is Eric's The Spook That Sat by the Door for
Eric
sure.
is definitely, you're definitely a Freeman. And The Miseducation of the Negro, which is, I have to keep constantly correcting not even correcting myself, but I can see the jarring nature of people when I call them Negroes now. Like, you're not about to, I told somebody this in like public, you're not about to be a miseducated Negro next to me, bro. And they like, excuse me.
She was talking about The Alchemist.
Oh,
Mm. I don't know. I mean, I would like to hop into the book club. I was like, man, can we read Black Rednecks and White Liberals by Thomas Sowell?
That sounds horrible. What does that sound? Rednecks and white liberals.
Black Rednecks and White Liberals.
It sounds like
Or
something Uncle Ruckus would write.
Uncle Ruckus did write it.
Yeah, that's why I'm not reading it.
No, it's probably a good book. It's probably either that or the Vision of the Anointed is a good book.
The only book I'm really focused on, and hopefully, like, I can get this case done tomorrow, and I'll be back to. I think I'm gonna publish the chapter 4 of book 2. Start republishing the comic book. I've gotten up to chapter 18, so I think I have enough material for 4 weeks, and just get a steady 4-week stream of just posting the comic book. I'm so excited.
Well, now that we don't have politics really hopefully to deal with, I'm gonna say hopefully. We don't know what's going to happen.
Do you not find it a little bit crazy that this guy is even just like? Because let's say,
what did you expect him to do? He's like Leonardo DiCaprio. He's going down with the damn ship, bro.
I just think it's so straight. Like, because
I don't though. What else did we really expect?
Okay, no. I you're right. I did expect this. Hey, we received 100 chats, and that is literally because of Keisha.
I know.
That is literally because of you, Keisha. I wonder, do people see this message? Yeah, well, it's projected on the screen, so. Oh, that's awesome. But okay, we know he's doing this as a ploy, right? Like, just to make his last minute money. Like, he doesn't really believe he's winning. You believe that part, right?
No, I don't know.
Oh, you actually believe that you think that he thinks he's gonna win this shit?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just find that part to be a little bit strange. Like, man,
why?
It's just because, like, if you were doing it to, like, continue to steal money from your mindless super fans.
No. This is okay. So think about it. Him and Biden are asking for money. Both of them are asking for money. Hey, we need money for the transition. Hey, I need money for the legal defense. Nah, this guy thinks he has a shot.
This guy.
He thinks he has a shot. I voted for the dude. I'm realistic. See, Keisha. See, here we go, back to agreeing. We got off on that relationship thing and wasn't agreeing, and then here we go back, we agreeing. She says he does think he's going to win. We have not learned to expect the outrageous from him by now.
Do you think that the military needs to step in if he tries to, separate the military?
Because he's not going to do that. He can't afford to do that. Because if he gets removed that way, any business he tries to conduct, he'll be a laughing stock. He's not going to allow himself to be subjected to that. That he can control. What the media did to him for 4 years was out of his control, but this, he can control his exit. Mm-hmm. The people have decided, hopefully, all the people decided legally.
Have you been hearing about this monolith too? There's these a monolith, this like 12-foot tall steel box, shiny as fuck, just sitting in the desert of Utah. It went down like 4 days ago. It appeared in San Jose, I think in California. It's basically some art dude. Everybody thinks it's that famous art dude that makes like art and then destroys it right away. Mm-hmm. Gatsby, I think is his name. But like this week was such a quiet week. Like nothing really happened, and that's sort of a relief to say.
I mean, things have been happening, but this is not stuff that the mainstream media is deciding to report anymore.
I mean, even like, but I mean, I took an eye to look for stuff.
Again, see, the reason why I get most of my news from YouTube, because people actually report the news on YouTube.
I mean, of course, I looked for stuff as well, but it's just like
Jimmy Dore, Tim Pool, ABL, Brandon Tatum, Candace Owens, Joe Rogan. You can get the majority of whatever, any talking point, like, any news you can get from them
the 6-7 podcasts. The thing that I'm happy about is that before the last thing that they have to do is they have to accept new applications for DACA. So there's 1,200 applications that have to be processed before the administration exits, which is hilarious to me.
And He obviously has not deported nearly as many people as Barry did.
Yeah. I mean,
And
well, I
so
don't. Well, we don't know. Once that number comes out for this
no, no,
year.
no, no. We know for sure that he is not deported, not even half the amount of
Well,
people that Barry
Barry,
deported.
and the only reason why I feel like Barry could do that is because Barry had 2 years. But I'm pretty sure on the 1-to-1 comparisons, he's probably,
No, not at all. Not in any way, shape, or form has Trump
like I said,
deported more
once the
people.
numbers for
And
this year's come out.
this was an MSC NBC report back from
Yeah,
September.
but they don't have all the results, so how can they say it?
But year over year, 16, 17, 18. Well, excuse me, 17, 18, 19 versus
All I'm saying
any
is you're making
any
an
3
assertion
year.
without all the facts. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm not making the assertion. MSC NBC already made the assertion.
Oh, then we
But the,
not believing that until we get all the facts.
so we're not gonna believe the mainstream media.
Me and you don't believe the
MSNBC.
mainstream if they don't give us facts. When we
They
sat
did.
here,
They actually did give facts. Go watch the MSNBC.
we
They
sat
were
here for
actually
52 hours and live streamed the election from day 1 to day 4, and we didn't care who said what. If that number didn't change on our screen, we didn't believe it.
I agree with you.
So,
But here's
like,
the thing: MSNBC did the thing, and what they said was, Trump's a liar.
Banksy,
said-
thanks, Keisha. Banksy.
Mhm.
That's the name of
He
that
was-
artist.
He was gonna deport more people than Obama. He didn't do it. They were ragging on Trump for not deporting nearly half as many Mexicans as Obama did. They were ragging on him.
Yeah, but then he went ahead and lost 740,000 of them. So, I mean, 7,000.
They never. But here's the funny thing, here, bro. They never really reported that. But they talked about how he said he was going to deport more people and didn't. They reported that. Where does the mainstream media's priorities lie?
I mean, even for me, it's the agenda. Who's reporting it doesn't matter. There's those kids are gone.
No, you and I can agree on that. What I'm saying is the mainstream media would rather make Trump look bad by saying he didn't deport as many people as Obama instead of making him look bad by saying, where the hell are all these kids?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem.
So I was thinking, like, after I get this vaccine, where's the first place I'm going? I got to make a trip to Africa.
Bro, where I'm already planning my trip with
I'm
vaccine.
like, because you already know, like, so December 8th.
Sushi. Listen, if you get this vaccine, I'm just gonna book a ticket and fly out there, and we're going to Blue Sushi.
It's Blue Sushi, because this is the home of Blue Sushi. But the second thing, so they pushed back one of the interviews. Like, 2 schools opened back up.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be happy to know Austin was one of the schools that opened back up.
Hey, UT.
Yeah. And they are gonna let me, and they have a clinical for UNT, so I could do my clinicals at UNT.
So you can do all your didactic stuff in Austin and then come up to Denton and do.
If they do it the same way that they're doing it this year, it's going to be online only. So I could just literally live wherever the hell I want, but I have to do clinicals in UNT.
UNT?
Yeah. University of North Texas. And I love it because, what's it called? What's the one?
It's a Buc-ee's.
What's this dude's name? What's that school? UT Southwestern?
Mm-hmm.
They're always looking for PAs and perfusionists. So I could just do my fellowship, and they have a 2-month fellowship, which is just your hire on, basically. Because there's no need for like fellowship in that. Like,
no, not at all.
Yeah, like, especially if you're going into a practice or a field that you already want to do. Like, I'm not gonna be there like, I don't know if I want to be OB or if I want to do orthopedics. Nah, bro, I'm here to do lungs. Let's cut. Let's go. So
yeah,
I'll be focused in on that. But like, I just want to. I just like, or if the world like goes to shit, then I'll be working for Homeland Security.
But you gonna be deporting Mexicans?
No, I think I'll be working on fraud. Forensic financial crimes.
Keisha hit you with that airplane, bro. Just come on, fly on out here.
I'm just Keisha, I'm gonna come. Wait, where's Meemaw? If Meemaw's over there, I can't come over there.
Mm.
I'm gonna
What
stay.
do that mean?
I'm gonna stay at the Hilton, but you'll have. I'll make sure I get 2 keys.
Oh snap! Make sure me mom don't see this podcast.
She's so funny because she was on the Thanksgiving one. She was talking about how I was talking about some dry ass turkey. I was like, oh, I didn't know she was on here.
LOL, no, she what?
No.
That's what she put. What Keisha typed in the box.
But like, there's like,
bro, I almost think, bro, in the future, bro, we probably should put a link for people to call in. They want to hop in.
So I was looking at that for OBS, and like, so I would have to do it through Skype though.
You can't use Zoom.
Zoom's feature would like, you see how like I have your video up for Zoom. We'd have to have like third party, so through Skype.
No, we couldn't have audio though. All we really need is audio. We don't really need. If we zoom them into this call.
So if they zoom into the call, then they have ability to go. So I could zoom them in, but keep you pinned.
Yeah, you just keep me pinned. Yeah, and then audio them in. And all we need is audio because they don't need to see them.
No, I guess you got a point. You guys came here to look at us.
And if you didn't, you're on the wrong podcast.
Wrong podcast. I'm surprised there's so many people still watching. Like, do you guys really enjoy us bantering for hours? I enjoy it.
Hey, man, they see me stuffing my face with chicken, which I'm the only one who eats on this podcast.
The only reason why I'm not eating is because I just like. What time is it? It's actually 8. I'm supposed to be.
It's 8:37 here.
But I already ate. I ate before like 5.
Okay. Well,
because like that's how I maintain my weight, so I don't get fat. Eat earlier, burn off more calories. You know, the most difficult part of this whole pandemic is having the discipline at 9 o'clock to walk past that goddamn fridge and not open it. That's the hurdle right there. That's the goddamn hurdle.
You know how you overcome that hurdle?
Tell me.
Don't put a whole bunch of savory food in there. You know what I got in my fridge?
You know I cook.
Ground beef.
Bro,
I got
steak. I cook. I got
like 50 tuna packs in there.
My mom sent me a care package. She sent me some eba, some gari. Oh my goodness. I've had so much eba. It just sits on you. You want to know why girls don't get thick? It's because they don't eat the food that was designed to make them thick. You want to get thick? Ladies, free plug right here. Amala. Eba. Fun. Go find those foods and go learn how to make it. Because if you want to be thick, that's how you going to get thick. Because that shit, it don't run through you. It goes sit with you. But when I didn't have turkey on Thanksgiving. I had eba on Thanksgiving.
Whatever that is sounds delicious.
See, and that's the thing. Like, I was kind of upset that when it was time to eat, I didn't get to sit down with you guys so I could like help you guys like pick certain food.
Bro, that food was so spicy, bro. I just ate it.
But there's they're like the eba and amala and stuff like that. It's like packaged and like people would try and pick up their fork and knives, and we tell them like, no, we don't need forks and knives. You gotta eat this shit with your hand. Any food you gotta eat with your hand is gonna make you thick.
Boy, listen, first time I went to a Pakistani restaurant, and I was like, so where the fork? They laughed at me. My boy and his dad laughed at me. I was like, what?
There was this.
I was like, is my grandma gonna pop out somewhere? I can really eat my hand. They laughing at me.
Tabbouleh is a great restaurant in DC. If me and you ever go back to DC, we got to go there. For $100, you get all the house wine you want. And all the what are the small portions called?
Tapas.
Yes, unlimited. $100. And
me and you are bankrupt that place.
Oh, bro, it was 4 of us. I think it goes for if 2 people is 100. It was so 2 and 2. But like there's one chef that was bringing in the stuff. He was like, just tell me what you don't want to eat. I said, no swine, my brother. And he was like, I got you. And then he came at me and was like, "Hey, I peeped game. You like that pepper side one?" I was like, "Yeah, man. I wish there was more peppers in it." He said, "If I make you a special batch, what's the deer meat that starts with a V?
Venison.
Venison, special batch, in the bag." I said, "Bro, I'm here." He was like, how long you gonna be here? You not gonna tap out in the next hour? I said, "Bro, I am here. The game is the first quarter. Let's go." He brought this venison out, bro, and it brought a tear to my eye. It was so good. And you want to know the only person, and when he asked me if I ever had better venison, you know where I said I had it?
Africa.
Texas.
Well.
And guess who gave it to me?
James.
It's so close, but if James had a brother, his name would be Jim Bob, and he was the one that gave it to me. Killed the deer himself.
James.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna say her last name, but we know James.
Yeah.
With the goddamn Ford F-250.
Yeah, I was so shocked. I was like, bro, my nose flared up.
Venison is hard to cook, bro, because it's so gamey and it's so lean.
But that's why I thought like he must have had this shit soaking in a broth for at least a week.
Bro, you have to brine it, or you have to sous vide it. It's a specific way you gotta cook it. You gotta.
I've taken a new pleasure into cooking because of this pandemic. I've been trying a bunch of new like recipes.
Bro,
I've been
doing everything, bro. Everything, bro. Listen, I don't make my own deodorant now. Can
really?
You believe it? And it works for a grown man. And I already gave one away to somebody to test, and he was like, "It's great." He saw that aluminum deodorant breaks me out, so I can't use it.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured out how to make my own. It was a couple times where I was a little musty around there, but I done figured it out now. And I ain't got no
good
problems.
Chemical base.
I mean, all natural ingredients. Ain't no chemicals in there, not even baking soda.
Well, that's the next thing. I was trying to think like what's something that I can create that another black person isn't creating right now.
Deodorant, bro. We need to go in on this. Actually, you know what I need to do is I just need to come to Omaha. That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
But hold on, people. Would y'all like to see Eric and Heero in the same room? Oh Lord,
how would that even work? You want to know why that would be like so weird?
Because we haven't done it legit in like 2 years.
Like, when you think back to like the bullshit we used to go through to get this shit to work,
we wouldn't. We would just need. I would just bring these extra cell phones and an extension, plug them all in, and we'd have like 4 or 5 camera angles, and you just clickety click.
I would just keep them. I would enjoy.
And she said, "Child, Keisha."
She been told me to log off. Like as long as I'm here, I'm gonna keep going. Because there's actually like 4 people watching on Facebook.
I'm one person on YouTube. I ain't on Facebook, so I don't know who watching. But hey, I appreciate y'all coming.
Yeah,
on.
I mean y'all sticking riding with us.
And they just watch me eat all my food.
Didn't offer just remember, Eric didn't offer y'all shit, man.
Hey, you know why? Because could y'all eat it through the camera?
Eric, don't let Eric
vicariously.
Eric has no problem sending y'all Uber Eats. He has no problem sending.
I would have sent y'all Uber Eats, but I have no problem vicariously.
You want to know something I was seeing a lot of like with this whole PlayStation 5 stuff? There's people like raffling them off on my channel, on like their channels.
Forgive me, I don't know anything about video games at all. Or when did it get released?
It got released. Both consoles got released sometime last week.
There's what other console? Xbox released?
Xbox released a new console, and PlayStation released a new console.
Okay, so again, I need to. You have to school me. I don't know what do hickeys, bells, and whistles. I'm.
For what it's worth, I feel like at this point, if you do anything better than this, like graphically speaking, you might as well just build a system, your own computer.
Okay, cool. I've been a PC guy since
the PC master race.
since 2002. I've been on PC exclusively. The very first copy of Madden like that I owned, the legit Madden that wasn't on Sega, was on the PC. I never owned a console version of that game. The only console that I ever really legit owned was a Dreamcast and the PS2. And I PS2. And I beat the brakes off some Soul Calibur. GameCube, my game of choice was Metroid Prime. If I had a GameCube and Metroid Prime right now, I'd be playing it, not talking to anybody.
Bye, Keisha. And I'll hit you up.
It definitely was a day of agreement. So, Doc, we'll catch up with you soon.
Yeah,
Man, we should. Man, we go ahead and we might as well sign off. Yeah.
Yeah, because clearly we got some shit to get through. But thank you guys so much for joining us in the post show. We appreciate you guys. Take care of yourself. Put on your goddamn mask. Like, share, subscribe. Whenever you see this, you're an identifier, and it makes you family. But don't fuck up that title.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't freaking do it.
Don't do it. Shout out to our booth boss, which is going to be Keisha times 4. Where's Nafi? Nafi losing. Nafi's gone. Nafi is living her best life. You know she got a boo now.
Hold on, what?
She got a boo now. So
have you seen this human?
Oh yeah, you know he's already been through the ringer.
Is he a loser?
Oh no. Hey, he did something I couldn't do.
Got your sister to submit?
No, got it to med school.
He knew somebody.
Oh, he's a pure blood. He knows he did it off the strength.
Okay, I'm just gonna chalk it up to his personality was probably better than yours.
Oh yeah, definitely. If Nafi likes him, that's definitely a yes.
I was like, bro, why she give you so much shit? Like she forgetting her place as the baby sister.
It's the baby sister. She's allowed. She is who can touch her?
Oh, yeah, I would have been there, brother. I'd be like, nah, you need to remember who you talking to. Back down. Or like, we gonna have a problem. Like I will punch you.
That works if you're like 4 years older than them, not when you're 2.
Don't matter. I'm not. Listen, I will throw jab you. Look at me. Look at you. Off your feet, bruh. Off your feet.
Clean the dust off the fan. But shit. I'll catch up with you guys. See you guys later. Deuces.